Hello everyone. Today we discuss about delegation of authority, part 2. Delegation of authority is a prerequisite for the successful implementation of result-based management. To be accountable for results, managers have to be duty or duly empowered through the clear delegations of authority in all areas, including and in particular human resources management. These issues have been discussed previously in uh, early episodes. So, authorities in human and financial resources in the United Nations, the recommendations of which were endorsed by the United Nations General Assembly. So, the primary objectives of delegations of authority is to foster a more efficient use of resources and facilitate the emergence of more agile and responsive organizations, thus in changing overall or enhancing overall performance. Because performance improves when the people who are closest to the work have managerial authority and responsibility delegated directly to them. Leading private sector organizations ensure that internal processes provide managers with the authority and flexibility they need to contribute to the organization's mission. As noted previously, recent years have also witnessed a marked trend in public administrations towards the creation of a more trusting and less restrictive management style through greater delegations of authority to line managers. What is advocated is no longer the delegation of authority to managers for the sake of expend- expediency that has always existed for a number of administrative procedures, but rather a complete change in management systems. It is necessary to make a distinction at the outset between genuine delegations of authority, which means the devolutions of decision making power, and decentralizations, which can be understood as merely the distributions of administrative responsibilities among the units of a secretariat in various geographical locations. While in United Nations organizations long characterized by centralized command, delegations of authority has in fact often been linked to decentralizations and has been mostly applied by those organizations that have a strong field presence. The principles that underlie it were equally valid at headquarters, offices, and should apply there. Now, what are the critical success factors for delegation of authority? The vertical chain of command. In most organizations, most of the United Nations system, the vertical chain of command from the legislative bodies through the executive head downwards through the whole of the secretariat in a cascaded structure can be clearly traced. The overall authority and responsibility of the executive head as chief administrative officer of the organization is spelled out in its charter or constitutions or equivalent legal document, which may also specify that the executive head may delegate part of that authority to the next level in the chain of command. However, when appointments to other high level posts in the organization in addition to that of the executive head are through a process of elections by the legislative bodies. The chain of command can become blurred and ambiguous. This is the case in the International Telecommunication Union, that is ITU, where the five highest level officials are elected by the uh, conference, while in the World Health Organization, that is WHO, the appointments of the Director General and the six regional director are also made through the legislative bodies. Now, access control and approval mechanisms and micromanagement are obstacles to the change over to a result based management culture. Existing regulations and rules would therefore need to be revised to accommodate the reforms. Now, determinations of the authorities to be delegated. Traditionally, managers or in organizations have not been encouraged and have been reluctant to fully manage their staff, and human resources offices have had to devote most of their resources to doing it for them instead of focusing on strategic issues. There is, however, a trend in some organizations toward giving managers more say in the use of human resources, and in particular in the selections of candidates, as illustrated. So, a manager are given new authority, carefully considerations must be given as to what is the optimum level of delegations. For instance, staff associations and a number of managers consider that while there has been significant progress in recent years and devolutions has gone as far as possible, they point that while delegations of authority can be made at a departmental level, problems will arise if authority is delegated further to the intra-departmental level. Others, however, consider that there remain significant opportunities for further delegations of authority to program managers. On the other hand, some program managers still fear that they are being given responsibility for some task without related authority, and that administrative tasks are being shed onto substantive departments under the guise of delegations of authority. As noted above, while delegations of authority may indeed have been associated at times with the decentralizations of administrative tasks to administrative support units placed in substantive departments such as management support units or executive offices. So it is important to make a clear distinctions between the simple delocation of the administrative support and genuinely placing more decision making powers in the hands of line managers. So it may also be the case that what is labeled as delegations of authority amounts to no more than delegations of signature. So in the former, there is a transfer of responsibilities in a given sphere of action where one administrative authority to answer or another, whereas in the better in the latter, the authorized representative simply takes decisions in the name of the delegators. Now, the distinctions between delegations of authority and delegations of signature has been discussed extensively in the Secretariat of the ITU as a part of an exercise to clarify delegations issues and update administrative instruments. However, these discussions is relevant to all organizations moving to RBM, and it should be recognized that the limitations inherent in delegations of signature are an impediment to genuine devolutions of decision making powers. That risk associated with delegations of authority includes potential losses of economics, of scale, and decreased consistency in the implementations of organizational policies. Some organizations are hesitate to delegate authority with regard to recruitment because it might make implementations of corporate policies on geographical distributions, gender balance, or spouse employment, among others, more difficult, even when targets are agreed upon at the departmental level for certain human resources areas. They may become difficult to reach if the head of each office, divisions, branch within the department is free to make selections decisions. Staffing decisions making by managers may also be difficult to reconcile with the organizational requirements of mobility, particularly in field based organizations that follow strict rotations policies, such as the Office of the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, that is UNHCR, the United Nations Children's Fund, that is UNICEF, as we all know, and the World Food Program, that is WFP. So, in several organizations, therefore, ultimate authority for the selections of candidates, in particular in the professional category, remains in the hands of the executive head. It should be noted that governing bodies are themselves reluctant at times to uh, relinquish authority to heads of secretariats in matters of recruitment, or have even restricted this authority either by setting up an increasing number of legislative targets, or questioning individual choices made by secretariats genuine delegations for the management of the organization's human resources must cascade down from the very source of authority, namely the governing bodies, through the executive heads to heads of departments and line managers. And there must be a clear political commitment at all levels in favor of such delegations. So that's the end of the video, my friends. In the next episode, I will discuss about the documentations of delegation of authority. So thanks again for watching my videos, and as I always request you that if you like my blogs, please subscribe my channel. I need your support. Thanks a lot for watching my videos again.